We need a cancel-proof Christianity. We have heard people complaining about cancel culture, but what are we going to do about it? Are we going to sit around and whine about all the people who have lost their jobs, their livelihoods, their families because of an anti-Christian spirit out there in society? Or are we going to build a civilization of our own? What do you say, Mike Spaulding?
Well, it's about time that question is asked and answered by Christians who understand, as it said of the sons of Issachar, the days in which we live and what needs to be done. So you and I, Dr. Bobby, we need to take back or actually, can we even rescue the education system in America? Perhaps we need to build our own. What do you think of that?
Exactly. All right. So that's what we're doing on September 25th. Now, building our own Christian civilization involves a lot more than just schools, but you've got to take building block at a time. That's why our team, we're going to call ourselves the CPC team, the CancelProof Christianity team. We're breaking this up into 4 separate conferences so we can deal with each building block on its own terms. We have to deal with the schools. It's not just a question of getting your kids out of private schools. It's not just a question of homeschooling. We have to build an entire education system that is based on biblical values. And what we're going to be doing on September 25th, I encourage everybody to sign up for the conference. You can watch it online, live stream, or if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you can go to CancelProofChristianity.com. Either way, go to that website and you will see the landing page where you can buy tickets. We have a lineup of speakers who are going to go discipline by discipline, and they're going to talk in a very practical but also very moral way, or a very spirit-led way, about what we have to do in that discipline to be able to build up a cancel-proof Christian education system. Mike Spaulding is an author, and he is an upstanding preacher from Ohio, and he's going to talk about theology. So tell me in a nutshell, why does theology matter? I mean, we already have divinity schools across the country. We've got seminaries more than you can even count. Why should we even be talking about trying to develop a theology for a new Christian education system?
Well, let me shock those who have joined us, Dr. Bobby. All of those seminaries and divinity schools all across America, a vast number of them are actually captured operations. They're in full-blown apostasy, and they're teaching Satanism. Now, I hope that statement shocks people.
Yeah,
and here's why. Here's why. They're teaching Satanism in the sense that they are woke. Woke theology, friends, is nothing more than a very thin veneer of Satanism. Wokeism is Marxism, is communism, is Satanism. We need to not only accept that fact, but do something about it. We need to get back to what is real, biblical, orthodox, traditional, historical Christianity. We need to get back to real theology, biblically based theology. And we need to examine afresh and anew, remind people, what did our forefathers, the early church, teach, and our forefathers in the faith, and how did these great awakenings sweep across this nation? Well, because they honored the God of the Bible. They understood the character and the nature of God. That has been lost today in our cemeteries.
Right. And I know how you call them cemeteries instead of seminaries. That's very good. Well, look, theology is important because if, in fact, we're going to have a Bible-based education system for children and young adults to be trained in, theology is every subject. The Bible is the textbook for every subject. Of course, we're going to teach more than just the Bible. We're going to bring in materials to help people understand disciplines like chemistry, physics, mathematics, literature, foreign languages, etc. But everything has to have a biblical basis. So would you agree that theology cannot be something that we can take for granted?
That's absolutely right, Dr. Bobby. How in the world can we understand the biblical admonition to kindness, mercy, and justice if we do not understand kindness, mercy, and justice in God's eyes, as God defines those things, as God shows them to us in the scriptures? Because what we're left with if we reject the biblical notion of those things, those categories, and there are many others, if we reject the biblical categories of those things, then guess what we're left with? Man's opinion. That is a cesspool that we're currently swimming in. It's time to rescue the perishing and reestablish once and for all, moving forward, a solid biblical theological foundation for the education of our children and in our churches.
Well, you can hear more about this. Reverend Dr. Spaulding has an entire presentation that he's going to go over and talk about what kind of theology we need to craft for a truly independent Christian education system. To hear the rest of it, you got to log in or join us. This is on Saturday, September 25th, 2021. Go to CancelProofChristianity.com. I really encourage people to go there. You can get more information about what CancelProof Christianity is and what the efforts are. Thank you so much, Dr. Spaulding, and I am excited to see what you have for us on Saturday.
I am honored to be taking part in this, Bobby, and thrilled for Saturday. God bless you, brother.